Today is Sunday, August 11th, and this is another update on my progress beating the S&P 500 along with Bill Ackman's Pershing Square holdings. I do make these videos every Sunday and Tuesday, so if you want to follow along, hit that subscribe button and let's get into it. These are all the sales that I've made since my last update. I closed my position in Mind Medicine and Super Microcomputer. Mind Medicine had gotten to a loss of 19.4 and Super Microcomputer had gotten to a loss of 39.8. Both of them could easily rebound, but right now it's a little bit too much risk that I'd rather not have in my portfolio. I also sold 45% of my Nvidia position and then 30% in Apple, Microsoft, and Google. Those are definitely some of my biggest positions, but at this point I felt like they were making up too much of my portfolio, which is why I decided to trim those positions. With some of the money that those sales were able to generate, I decided to open up 2 new positions. I put 5% of my portfolio into Meta and another 5% into Welltower. Essentially, I'm replacing Mind Medicine and Super Microcomputer with these 2 new positions. I used the rest of the money that those sales generated to increase some of the positions that I already held. I increased Tesla, Goldman Sachs, and PayPal by 100% each. I increased Shopify and Citigroup by 50% apiece. And then I added 20% to both Costco and General Electric. I still have a pretty sizable position in Nvidia, Google, and Microsoft, but I believe that trimming them and then spreading the money out through some of my already held positions will serve my portfolio a lot better. So this is what the SPY chart currently looks like. We've made some steady gains over the last couple of trading sessions. The chart actually doesn't look all that bad right now. The SPY price is above the 5-day, but still below the 15. But the fact that it managed to cross back above the 5 is definitely encouraging. It's also currently sitting right above this trend line right now. If the S&P continues making gains this week, we should be able to cross above this second trend line, which would also put the price above the 5-day and the 15, which is exactly where we always are whenever there's a big bull run like this. This is the first page of all my current positions, currently showing 13 out of 17. Right now, my top 5 holdings are Costco, General Electric, Apple, Nvidia, and Goldman Sachs, and those make up 38.13% of my portfolio. Apple with a 14.92% gain and Costco with a 7.63% gain are my 2 biggest winners, and then Amazon with a 9.8% loss is my biggest loser right now. I most likely won't add anything to Amazon to dollar cost average down, and I'm just going to keep it where it is. And these are my 4 remaining positions. I made sure to use all the cash that those sales generated so I can remain heavily invested. Right now I'm at 96.76% invested with only 3.24% sitting in cash. Since Wednesday, the S&P 500 saw a gain of 2.03. My portfolio had a gain of 2.09, and Pershing Square saw a gain of 1.31, which brings us year to date. The S&P 500 has a gain of 12.68. My portfolio is at a gain of 12.28, and Pershing Square on the year has a gain of 1.22. That's all I got for today. I do make these videos every Sunday and Tuesday, so if you want to follow along, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you on Tuesday.